Hi, I'm Tanya from Time and Space Solutions, and I'm on a mission to live with intention so that my lifestyle matches my values. I help people do the same by minimizing the clutter in their life, organizing what's left, and that can be physical space, time, or even a project. And then lastly, I help them sustain it through change. And today I'd like to talk to you about one area of a change that I help people with, and that's habit changing, those habits that created the problem to begin with. So talking about habit changing, a great resource is the book called The Power of Habit. And in that book, they talk about the habit loop, first part being a cue. And a cue is when your brain just automatically goes into I don't have to think mode. And it could be something like looking at dirty dishes and then sighing. The second part is the routine. And a routine is when your brain is saying, okay, which behavior do I need to choose from? So if you see those dirty dishes in the sink, you might want to walk away or say 5 minutes and then a piece of chocolate. At least that's what I do when I don't want to do my dishes. Which brings me to the next part, the reward. And that's when you feel that positive effect of doing something and you want to do it again. And so, for example, doing dishes, the reward, yes, is the chocolate, but also having that clean, clutter-free kitchen. Another aspect of habit changing is the craving. And that's what solidifies the loop when you crave that reward and the routine turns into a habit. So yes, craving the chocolate's nice for doing dishes, but also having a clean kitchen. Another aspect of habit changing is that when you're changing habit, you're actually replacing the routine, and that creates a new loop. The other thing too is keystone habits. Keystone habits are great because they disrupt other habits in the flow of your day. So for example, if you choose to get up at 6 a.m., that would have a nice positive effect on the rest of your day because you could have more energy, more focused, you might be in a better mood. And so this is why I usually start with keystone habits when working with clients. The most important ingredient to habit changing is believing. And beliefs are basically repeated thoughts that form an opinion on a topic, or they could be a state of mind. So believing that you're just not good at organizing is a belief. And we're evolving beings that can change. And it's about making a decision to change and taking action on it. So statistics and studies actually show that habit changing alone doesn't create lasting change. It's believing that you can do it that will. So I'll say it again, make sure you get support when you are making life changes, because that support will help you share your challenges, share your success, and help you keep that positive mindset and belief system. Now that you have the awareness and understanding of what's involved to change your habits, it's time to pick 1 or 2 keystone habits to get things going. I like to help clients with morning routine. I find that working on your morning routine sets up your day for a positive mindset, as well as creating that momentum to make the changes necessary in your life. I do recommend picking a morning routine that works for you. There is no set routine and magic trick to have the best day. What do you want? What's important to you? Do you want to get up earlier and make your bed right away? Is exercise something that you feel will be helpful? Maybe journaling or meditating or going for a walk. Regardless of what you pick what you feel will get you into that great mindset, create that momentum to get your day going. And then the magic will happen where you'll be able to address those other areas of your life that you've been putting off. To recap, in order to live the life that is simpler and closer to your values and intentions, it's really important to look at your habits that you have in your day-to-day life. I invite you to look at your daily routine, what you're telling yourself, what you're believing, and what habits might be causing stress that you didn't otherwise realize. And do remember that if you don't address those belief systems that you have, your habit changing won't actually last. So now it's time to pick 1 or 2 keystone habits that you feel will help bring that momentum to make the shifts in your life to bring you closer to the life that you want. I'm Tanya from Time and Space Solutions. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.